Hello, this is Francine at Echoes in the Valley, and today our topic of the day is bush foods. So we're going to start by talking about the bush foods we have here on the farm, and then if we're very lucky we'll go around and meet some of the locals and see what they can tell us about bush foods as well. There you go. So at the first we have this great little lemon myrtle we planted, and it's starting to make an effort to take off. And lemon myrtle is great in a tea, so you just use the leaves in a tea. They grow very big, and they're great for depression, digestive problems, acne. So they have a lot of medicinal qualities, the leaves on the lemon myrtle. And over here we have our common bush tucker food the Aboriginals love to eat, which are the lily pillies. And they're always great in a jam or just in a dessert. They make a lovely little red berry. And definitely have lots of lily pillies. I'd like to have quite a lot more, but we've just started out with our bush foods after the drought hit to try and maximise the space and the plants on it to cope with the drought. This is a Wallaby apple. It's also a native to this area, and you eat the little apples from the tree. It doesn't have any medicinal uses that we know of, but I guess in my long intensive researches I may be able to find someone or some information more about this beautiful local plant. So this one's a plant that just grows wild around here. I don't know if it's actually a native or not, but it's native to here because it's always around. And it's a great spinach plant. It's called a mallow, and it's used for thickeners, soup thickeners, or to eat like spinach mainly. It also has some good medicinal properties as well. There's a few different mallows, but they're all pretty much the same when it comes to being able to eat them. So yeah, the uses that you have for the medicinal uses, they're good for dry cough, bronchitis and stomach complaints. So I'd say you probably gargle it. I would suggest researching it before you use it though, like anything, because some things are good for people and some things are not as good. So this native finger lime, believe it or not, is our best growing lime tree. We finally managed to get one to grow, which has been a bit of an effort. So finger limes are edible, and they're very high in vitamin C and A. And Aboriginals used to like eating them and had a nice palate for them. So I decided in this video that we'd also include invasive weeds, because just because they're invasive it doesn't mean that they're bad weeds. Okay, so this is a castor oil plant, and you'll find that with the castor oil plant, like, we're going to chop this one down and put it along our vegetable garden fence line, because a lot of the animals don't like them and will stay away from that plant. But apart from that, it was used in the old days as castor oil for a laxative, and the castor seeds were basically crushed and used for constipation and the flow of breast milk. So just because it's an invasive weed, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have a use. And I just wanted to include them in this because they're all part of the farm anyway. So, and we use them even though they grow wild. So this is another invasive plant, not a native plant, because we're doing both on this video. And the prickly pear cactus we use a lot. We eat the fruit from it, the red fruit. We feed it to our cows when they're hungry, even though it's got a few little barbs on it. And we've also cooked the leaves and eaten it like the Mexicans do. And then we also use the leaves in the garden to act as a water, to add water to the garden as they decompose. They break down onto the garden and help create a moisture in the soil. And you'll see around here there's a few bits of lantana that we haven't picked yet. That will be the next job. that we have on the books to make more biochar. And that'll be done, cut, and it's already dry, and we'll just burn it like in our last video, or one of our videos. You'll see how to make our biochar with the lantana. This is a red-seeded tree which grows locally as well. It's growing all over the farm now that we've been rehabilitating the farm. And this is a timber tree, so this was used for timber. It's a softwood. Grows beautiful big yellow flowers. Rosella plants that we're growing to make syrup and jams and things with. We love rosellas. They're full of vitamin C. And as you can see, there's probably ants climbing up there, enjoying them as well, and making sure that they're nice and healthy and clean. So, this is the Fringe Waddle, which is the Acacia fimbriata, and mainly it's good for wood. So maybe when it gets big enough, we might, if we ever get the opportunity, we might use it to make handles for axes or spears or something if we have to protect ourselves. Hopefully not. Yeah, or we might just leave it there and let the flowers grow for the bees, which was really our intention of having them. Waddles are great for bees.